Alright, y'all. So I want to talk about what happened after my 16 minutes of shrooms video. It was quite trippy. So essentially, I was still kind of coming up on the experience when I was on that video. And afterwards, I just kind of hung out around the river. And so if you go to my channel and check out the video about the sequence of life, it's difficult to explain right now. But there was sensibilities within the collective experience that shrooms can kind of help provide you, more collective sensibility within all of your times of here and nows. I felt really connected to people that were watching it, as well as people that were, people that were commenting in the future. It was really strange. I was having experiences of past, present, and future with relation to the stimulation of external sources, like people commenting and stuff. And I could feel the energies of people watching, I swear. It's very strange and kind of hard to deal with on camera too. I don't know, maybe it was just like an egoic attachment at that point. The idea that I was on camera, I'm not sure. But anyways, I felt really sequentially related to the past, present, and future of my life. And was like getting messages and visions and shit of like, this is important, you need to keep doing it, and not keep doing shrooms, keep providing the awareness of life, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is provide some tools and associations with life and the relationship between beings. So I was having this wildly trippy experience throughout time. It's hard to explain. And beyond that, I was also really interested in the ideas of balancing the elements within my body, which essentially a symbolic but also physically stimulating relationship between water, between the sun, between the earth, and between the air. And I just started learning how to be at ease with all these senses, and like respecting that the sun is providing me heat, and that when I went into the shade, ooh, the air stripped me of heat, and the lack of sun was pretty chilly. And with this high sensibility, I respected it and appreciated it much more. And loved water, man. Putting my feet in water was so excitable and electrifying. So something else that I experienced was with relation, something else large, I should say. I mean, there's so much variety and within one moment to another within a psychedelic experience, but a big concept that I was paying attention to was how to live life at ease. And I think being on shrooms really naturally, there's a natural tendency to place people in a state of ease, where my observation of it was when I was walking. I wasn't walking with a destination. I was walking right here, right now, and I was walking how I wanted to walk, with preference to the walk itself and not with preference to the destination. Oftentimes I find myself creating perhaps small levels of stress, but levels of stress that are enough to get out of the ease state. And I mean that when I'm walking. Oftentimes I just walk really fast and go to get to the next spot. And then I'm there and I have to breathe and be like, fuck, okay, now what? And I go to the next spot, and I go to the next spot. When in actuality, if we are here and now, the tendency of the shroom experience to be present and aware of the sensible moments that we are capable of acting on, I just found myself walking, right at ease, right at that sustainable rate. The thing that as I'm walking, I'm happy and at ease, and that when I arrive at the destination, I'm still at ease and I can be presentable to the world, to the extensions of sensibility. And not be, like disorganized within my own mental preference of like, oh, I gotta get here really fast and we'll be there, I'll be right in time, right? Like, oh, scheming mind. But it doesn't really work like that, The life rate occurs as it does in your mind, whether you take its advice or not, isn't gonna be on the same rate that your whole sensible being is on. Because the mind is just part of it, right? The whole sensible being is the whole sensible being. Okay, that's the best advice you can get, right? It's from yourself, your whole self, not from just this little mind thing that tries to think all cleverly with respect to your past experiences. Well, guess what? The experience is right now. It's never in the past. So you're going to be living in the past if you're going to be trying to use your mind all the time. But yeah, I feel like whenever I'm on shrooms, I get into that state of ease where everything is just how it should be right here, right now. And I have that respect for myself in all things. I find that the shroom experience is related to my eclipse experience, where you see yourself in the here and now, in the place that you're at, in the scale that you're at, living as a human being on this planet Earth with all organisms around you, anything that you can imagine, whatever. And then you see and you respect the fact that you're stuck, kind of stuck. You don't grasp it when you're learning this thing, but you're here and you're now, and you're pleased to be in your place. And you see that there are other places that if they weren't there, your place would not be here. Your time would not be here. I don't know where I was really going with that, but I just feel really connected with the different scales of experience. I get that's where I was going for, connecting the solar eclipse experience. The solar eclipse experience was seeing that we were a human, but respecting the fact that we were almost entirely affected by the sun. And within the change of 5 minutes, you get to see the whole night cycle, essentially. And with that kind of connective experience within time, connective, it's readily available for you within that eclipse experience. It was like the shroom experience, but in terms of the sensibility of the now, I found relationship to it and then was able to see more of the completeness. Respecting that there is a sun out there, not needing to see it, but accepting that there's something else, and that without that something else, our thing would not be here. So, learning how to be at ease, you know. How do you think, why would you think that shrooms help so much with depression? You know, we see our here and now. We're aware of our sensibility a little bit more. Our ability to be senseful, full of sense, the different ones, the strange ones, the things we don't totally understand but are there. We can definitely feel it. Right? Do you ever feel like you're just encapsulated and locked within the perfect moment on a psychedelic experience? Where you feel so aligned within your self-preference, your self-emotion, as you know, you can't really evade that on a psychedelic experience because you're gonna evade yourself and probably, you know, die within your ego. But if you go to your experience of emotion and follow it, it's like aligning with the life emotion, and you're there in the place where you need to be, in the place, the time you need to be, right? Yeah, man. Shrooms are so great and healthy in my opinion. Serious medicine. And just consider your existence. Just that statement will bloom curiosity of relationship. How this tree right next to me is affecting me. And it does. And you know, if you're not in tune with that, you're gonna go cut down those trees and desensitize the planet. And essentially just cut off life from itself. And what's that gonna do? That's not sustainable. Come on. So, yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed. See you in another video. Peace.